Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. So MZ has yet again released something within the they just went up to 20 million rallies the other day. So I'm going to go over this thing that they released today, also the new march sizes and everything they released yesterday. Alright, so it's Archaeology Hall. Really the only thing this thing does is increases troop attack and troop health. Other than that, it doesn't really give any bonuses that I've heard of or seen. So that's pretty much all it does, and you just go out and excavate dig sites and stuff like that, and you get these ancient artifacts, and that's how you get your troop attack and health. So that's pretty much all that thing does. There's really nothing special to it besides the stats. And it doesn't give defense. I'm not sure why they left out defense. I would have liked some extra defense from it. But, oh well, that's MZ for you. They only want to cater the bigger spenders. So, oh well. It's alright. It's only 2,500 attack and health. Let's go on down to the... There it is. Thought they removed it. Alright, anyways. They added in Tier 5 wild troops. So, those of you guys that stayed heavy regulars, well, for the traps, those of you guys that stayed heavy regulars and didn't build up a bunch of strategics and wild troops, you're going to have an easier time not burning from these rallies, because regulars have a big bonus against wilds. Alright. 30 million is a massive increase. That's bigger than the one they did the other day, which was only 8 million. This is a 10 million increase, and really very hard to guess where we're actually going to have to go for that increase. But I have a pretty good idea where we need to go with traps on that one. Solo marches are now 6 million, so wonders and tiles and all that will be pretty interesting with 6 million marches. Also, we'll be seeing a lot of bigger guys getting soloed that have bad gear on, or just bad setups and things like that. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Really, it shouldn't be too hard to actually defend against a 30 million rally. Really, the hardest part of it is going to be able to eat the rally without having to get too big or having to do too much of troops or research or something like that. It's going to be hard to stay small and still be able to eat these rallies. Now, you can stay small and survive these. You just can't stay small and eat the entire thing. That's going to be the issue with this. Let's go into the... let's go look at the research for that stuff. To do this, you actually have to buy another pack to get the... what's it called? The Wild Troop Training Manual, or whatever it's called, to upgrade your garrison again, and that's how you unlock the research to do this. Also, you have to actually do the original wild research to get to this stuff, which I'll show you that here in a minute. I haven't completed the wild tree, so I can't do it yet. And I haven't got the pack to get that training manual. I don't really want to, but I might end up getting it. Create new wild troops in your barracks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as the troops go, these are worse than the strategics. Well, I don't know. This guy's tied with the strategics. Strategics were all flashy and blue and gold, and this guy just looks like a tomato. I'm not sure if he stayed out on the beach too long without a shirt and no suntan lotion, or I'm not sure what's going on here, but he is just solid red. That guy, I can barely tell what he is. I can just see an arrow and a hand. His face is kind of covered up. We got a dog boar thing with horns. I'm not sure what that is. And then I'm not sure what that is either. Alright, anyways, let's go to the research here and look at what kind of boosts we are getting out of this. Alright, so to actually unlock this, you have to do all this stuff. You got to get enemy range health debuff to whoops, that's the wrong one. Actually, no. Never mind. Yep, wrong one. Alright, you got to get all these to 10. All these attack debuffs right here to 10 before you can actually do these. So you have to complete the regular wild march tree. Combat tree. So a few traps that are low in research and we're wanting to unlock these or something for higher nerf ratios or something like that. You got to do all this other research to unlock that. So yeah, you got to do a little extra to get to these. So stat wise, what are these getting? Alright, whoa, I didn't expect it to be that high. It's a 3,000 individual attack bonus for elite tier 5s. I'm not sure if that applies only to wilds or does it apply to all tier 5s. I'm assuming it applies to all tier 5s. Alright, so that's a pretty big bonus. What's the health get? 1,500%. What's the 1,000? Nope, 1,500 for that as well. Alright, so all those are going to be the same. Here's where you get your solo march size increase. That's 271,000. And then there's another one down here for solos. 407,000 on that one at 10. So a total of 6 million solo sizes. And then you got your rally sizes, of course, which adds up to be 30 million after you max all that out. Oh, that's what those siege are called, dreadnoughts. Alright then. I'm still not sure what that's supposed to be. It's like a battering ram with a flaming in there. I can't really tell what that is. Alright, let's see. Troop defense with hero. 1,000%. It's pretty nice. I'll have to look up what the power increase for this research is. The other ones get quite large after you level them up a few times. I'm not sure on the power increase on this one. I'll have to look that up, but traps may benefit from doing this a couple times, because if you get it, I don't know, if you get it to 4, that's a 300% defense increase. Just a little something to think about if you guys were looking for a way to get some defense. I'm not sure on the power though. I'll just have to look that up later on and let you guys know. Troop health with hero, 1,000% on that. Troop attack, 3,000% on that as well. So 6,000 total attack increase for tier 5s. What's the siege attack? 100? Still useless though. Can't wait till they add this in and make it useful. Yeah, I'm assuming these were meant for an AC to knock down the traps easier and stuff on an AC, so you can get to the rally being filled and all that. But they still haven't messed with the AC. Haven't released anything. Siege have health now? When did that happen? 100%. I haven't even paid attention to siege health. Wasn't even sure that was a stat before. Paid no attention to that at all. Siege defense, 100%. Alright then. Alright. Let's go into traps and how to defend against this. I just made a review the other day, and MZ already released something, so let's see. 30 million rallies. Let's just start with Kanai traps and people that are trying to stay smaller, them guys. My initial guess to how many troops we're actually going to need to defend against this and possibly eat it depending on your city, what researches and stuff you have. Initial troop guesses is 10 billion to, I don't know, 17 billion troops. I mean, it really depends on your city, your defense, everything. But that's my guess to defend against the 30 million and possibly eat it. Now, that being said, since rallies have gone up so much and power for traps is going to be increasing quite a bit, it might be beneficial to actually do a little bit extra research on the Kanai traps. Now that will cut down on some of the troops that we're actually going to need, so it may or may not be beneficial. It'll be entirely up to you guys if you want to do some extra research. I'm going to go through here and pick out a few that you could possibly do that will give you a little bit of defense, a little bit of attack, health, things like that, and for a little bit of power. Instead of doing heroes, I mean, a lot of people have been leveling their heroes trying to get to 71 for that troop defense, which is 500%, and you get a little bit of attack and health out of that as well. For a Kanai trap that's trying to stay small, I would not do that yet. I mean, I wouldn't do that right now. What's the power for a 71? I think it's like 32 billion. It's over 30 billion power for a 71 hero. This is 73 hero. 71 is like 12 billion lower than that. So it's over 30 billion. Where was I? I was in here. So 30 billion power. I can do a lot of adjusting and get probably more than 500% defense and the little bit of health and attack you get out of that by doing a little bit of research and adding just a few more troops, and it'll still be less than 30 something billion power. So let's go through here and look at some research that we can do. If you guys are Academy 24, which you probably should be, there's quite a few researches in here that you can do. Like troop defense here, this doesn't add a whole lot of power. I mean, it does get quite costly at like 18, 19, and 20, but it is a little bit of defense. It is 40%. Yeah, 40%. And you can do that one if you want to. I wouldn't do troop health and stuff if you guys are trying to stay small. I would leave individuals out as well, unless you guys are trying to run obsidian or something like that, which I wouldn't try that at all on a small trap. Wall traps, you could do these if you wanted to. Traps play a huge role if you guys are trying to stay small. Traps hold off a lot of the initial hit. So doing trap defense is probably definitely something you guys want to think about. Let's see. What else could we possibly do in here? Hero tree, if you guys have done it, you could possibly do this one a few times. I mean, it only gives 40% too, I think. Let's see. Nope, that one only gives 32%. That would be entirely optional. I would probably stay away from this research right here. I mean, this is optional to you guys, but I would stay away from that. I would go for some of this other stuff down here before I do these. So I'm just going through and picking all this. Nothing else in there. Strategics, no, nothing in there. Let's see. Defense tree. There is also a troop defense here. You got some attack debuffs here. That maybe. I mean, that gets quite a bit of power at higher levels, but you could do it a few times if you wanted to. That is not going to affect you too much if you do it a few times, but it is going to give you a little bit of debuff. So let's see. 25% total. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it is going to make a tiny bit of difference. We got health debuff down here. You guys could definitely do this one. This would help you kill the march. It's only 10%, but every little bit of health debuff you can get will help. Health debuff actually helps you kill these marches better than troop attack on a smaller trap. Troop attack, most of it just gets debuffed, so if you guys just stack that up a lot, most of it's just getting taken away. Health debuff, they do resist some, but these newer cores, the reason they are so hard to kill, it's not because of the defense. Defense doesn't work too well with low troop counts, which rallies are not very, they're not billions of troops. You need billions for defense to actually be super effective. Health works awesome at low troop counts. And 30 million rally with, what are cores getting around? these days. Well over 10,000 health. So every little bit of health debuff you guys can get will help you kill this march. So barracks are a great way to get some health debuff. Some of this research right here to get some health debuff, that'll help you guys kill a little more. They didn't add anything else down through there. Not set bonus, we won't be wearing full sets on smaller traps. Wild combat. You guys could do this if you wanted to. Other than this thing down here, this troop defense right here, it's not really going to be all that beneficial. This tree right here adds on, like, I think it's over 1 billion power for this tree right here. So it'd be entirely up to you guys if you want to go that far, but that would give you a little bit more defense if you guys wanted to go for it. Same thing with the strategics and regulars. You guys can go down here and level this up 1, 2, or 3 times, maybe even 4 times if you got enough shards. But that's entirely up to you if you guys want to go that far. Regulars, let's see. Yeah, it's got one too. I've got mine to 6. That's 225% defense bonus. That's entirely up to you guys. That is a little. How much power is it at 6? It's 248 million power at 6. So you don't want to do this much farther, or you probably don't even want to go that far with it, especially if you guys are trying to stay small. Total research power for canal traps, guys, I would try to stay under 10 billion. I'd say 10 billion research power would be pretty safe. I mean, it's up to you guys if you would want to go higher. But if you guys want to do a little bit extra research, it will help you guys out. You can get some defense, you can get some health debuff, you can get some trap defense, all kinds of useful little things that don't seem like much, but guys, research makes a big difference. Especially with the rally sizes being increased so insanely. I mean, what was it, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago that rally sizes were 12 million, 11 million, and they've just jumped so much in a very short amount of time. Very few actually even got a 20 million before 30 million was released, so it's getting pretty insane. I don't mind the game evolving and changing. I mean, it makes it a challenge and stuff, but people aren't even getting to use what they're paying thousands of dollars for. And traps aren't getting to actually test and have some fun with the game. They just have to keep growing and growing before they even get a test with what they're growing to try and eat. And it's just losing its, how should I say it, losing its pull, I guess. The fun in the game is just going away. Alright, advanced economics. I'm not sure about this tree. I've heard that it is 21 billion power total. Now, that is a lot. That is a lot. This would be entirely optional. You guys would probably be a little bit bigger. Now, I'm not suggesting this for the Kanai traps. I'm suggesting this for bad gear traps if you guys are trying to do that setup. This is 21 billion power. If you guys have the speeds, if you guys have the resources, I would probably do this on the bad gear traps, along with the Academy 24 researches, like the defenses, maybe the individuals. That's up to you. Definitely the trap ones. Maybe some of the attack, maybe some of the health. That's up to you guys as well. But for bad gear traps, advanced economics, I'm probably going to do this one myself eventually. I'm still debating it. This is entirely optional if you guys want to do this. But this is going to give you trap attack, 300%. Trap defense, 300%. Trap capacity, 275. So I would have like 1 million wall capacity. Watchtower debuff, which is a huge advantage, 25%. You've got embassy defense too, 25%. You have your hospital healing. Well, we don't even use hospitals. You got your second banner slot, so you guys could throw in a warden thing, a health banner, just anything you want to do with that. There ain't really a whole lot of choices for banners. which they need to add in a defense one or a mixed stat one or something like that. Do a little bit more with banners. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. You got your alter attack bonus, 600%. Alter defense bonus, 300%. And your health bonus, 300%. Prison multiplier bonus, so if you're holding several heroes, you got 125%. And you have that skilled in your skill tree. Defense, 400%. Health, 400%. And attack, 650%. Now, 21 billion is a big power increase for research. But if you guys have enough stuff to do this tree for a bad gear trap, I would probably not do this on a Kanai trap for someone that's trying to stay smaller, but for bad gear traps, most definitely think about this tree. I am really thinking about doing this tree. I'm probably going to end up doing it anyways. But this one is probably the most beneficial. I mean, stat-wise, it's probably the most beneficial for the power it gives you. You're getting 300% for both of them, tons of embassy and watchtower, and you got a massive amount of alter increases, which alter does a lot. If you guys have ever seen the difference between active alter and not active alter hits, I mean, it's quite a difference, especially if it's a 300% defense difference. 300% defense goes a long way. Prison bonus multiplier, then it's not really all that helpful if you guys are not holding heroes, but would be helpful if you guys were holding heroes and you were offline or something, and you had that additional attack bonus. That would definitely make sure they did not walk away. That would be one thing that does. This troop attack, I mean, again, you want health debuff over troop attack, but the more you can get, the more it's going to help. So that would be helpful to throw that in there as well. Troop defense, this most definitely would be helpful, 400%. That goes a long way, especially the more troops you have, which bad gear traps are. I'll go over troop numbers in a minute. Troop health here, 400%. That'll be pretty helpful. So entirely optional if you guys want to do this on the bad gear trap setup. I'm probably going to end up doing it, so I'll keep you updated on this to let you know if I actually end up doing this, or if you guys want to know more about this or something like that. But I'm probably going to end up doing it. Alright, gem set bonus, I would not go past here. So for the Kanai traps, you guys can do the 4.7 billion power increase little route to, you only max this out, you leave this stuff out completely, but you max out gem set bonus modifier 2, and that will give you full bonus from your gem sets, and you'll be able to have your Aegis gem sets and all that, and they'll be able to help you out a little bit more, give you some more defense, give you some more attack. That is probably something I would recommend for the Kanai traps to probably start working on if you guys have not already done it. I'm still against adding research for the Kanai traps, but with them increasing the rally sizes and everything so much, a little bit of extra power for some definitely helpful research probably won't hurt. Now, again, defending against these rallies probably won't be too hard. It will be the killing it part. They have so much health now. It's just getting insane to actually try to kill it with a small trap. But I wouldn't go past here if you guys are trying to stay small in power. This stuff starts tacking on a lot of power after number 2. 2 would probably be fine, but if you guys went past that, you would start adding up quite a bit. That's about it for research. Heraless, if you guys were looking for Heraless updates, pretty much everything. As much as you can do that involves base stats, attack, health, defense, debuffs, that sort of thing, that don't say with hero. If it says with hero and you're Heraless trap, that's not going to help you at all. Alright, building wise, I think I covered it pretty much. Everybody would be fine to go to 26 if they wanted to. I mean, some people like to stay lower stronghold level because they think it gets them hit more. There isn't really many people that worry about hitting a stronghold 26 over 24 or 21. I mean, that's not really a defining factor if they're going to hit or not. Not a whole lot really look at that. So it would probably be fine if you guys went to 26. It is quite a power gain if you guys take them all to 26. It's about 8 billion to get all your buildings 26, I think. Yeah. Let's look at this. Yeah, 8.1 billion to get all your buildings to 26. That's entirely up to you guys if you want to do that, but that gives you a ton of health debuff. Each barracks gives... Come on, let me look at it. There we go. Okay. So each barracks gives 40% at 26. That adds up very fast if you got over 20 barracks. Let's see. What else should we go over? Alchemy Lab, if you guys haven't done that, you really need to start working on that. Potions are starting to play a huge role in this. They can be the defining factor if you guys burn or not. If you guys are set up pretty well, you probably don't need them, but potions are becoming very useful for most. This thing, I mean, I'm not sure on the power increase for that thing, but if you guys wanted to upgrade it for the attack and health, depending on the power, I'd say go for it if you wanted to upgrade it a few times and you had some of the pieces for it. I mean, that's entirely up to you, but that attack and health can possibly help you a little bit if you got it high enough. Not sure on the power increase or the cost of it. I'm assuming it's quite high right now, but that's entirely up to you. Oh, let's see. So, hero levels. Guys, I would hold off on leveling up your heroes. I mean, for bad gear traps and hero-less traps. Well, not really hero-less, bad gear traps. 71 most definitely for bad gear traps. Possibly 73 if you want to and have enough stuff. Gives you a little bit more health and things like that. And it's entirely up to you. I mean, you really only need 71. It's up to you. It's quite a bit of extra power you don't really need. But it is 1000% health, so that's up to you if you want to go that high. For the Kanai traps, I would probably stay... I'd probably stay around 66. If you were to go any higher, I would not go past 70. 71 is a lot of power. It's just like, it's well over 30 billion, so that would be entirely up to you, but you would definitely not be small anymore. So up to you guys on that one. I'll probably not go past 66 if you were to level past 64. The power gains for heroes really isn't worth what you get out of leveling them up. Research and troop-wise is going to be the smarter route there if you guys want to stay smaller. Alright, I think that's about it, guys. Alright, troop counts. Like I went over Kanai traps earlier. The 10 to 17-ish billion troops, depending on your defense and all that. Some of you may even possibly can go lower than that and still defend it. You probably just have a horrible time trying to kill a 30 million. That's entirely up to you guys and up to your city and how you got it set up and all that. But majority of people are going to be between 10 and 17 billion. Bad gear traps, I'm probably going to go to 30 billion troops just because rally sizes have increased so much they're going to hit bigger people. And it doesn't really matter as long as I'm under 500 billion, I'll be fine to get plenty of hits. So it doesn't really matter power-wise for bad gear traps as long as you stay pretty good size under 500, maybe even under 700. I mean, it's really up to you guys how you want to do that. So I'm going to go to about 30 billion. That should cover me. And if I do that research, I probably won't need as many. So I might slim it down a little bit. Depends what they release over the next few days, which I'm sure there's something else coming. Stronghold 30 is still being talked about. Let's see. Heraless. Oh god. That is entirely based on your research and city setup and everything, guys. Heraless is capping anything between 60 and 150 billion troops. It's entirely based on your research and setup. So there's really a huge margin for that. If you guys need more explanation on that, you need to contact me and give me your research power, what you have actually done during your research, like have you completed your gem set bonus, your advanced economy, all your base stat like researches and all that, and I'll be able to help you a little bit more on that. But for heraless traps, it's a very massive variety of what works and what doesn't. You guys just have to test and test until you get it working for you. Right now, the heraless trap that you guys see in the video is a little bit over 100 billion troops, and that should work fine for 30 million. We are waiting to test, but we'll see how that goes when we come across that. So yeah, that is about it, guys. Not sure what else to go over. If I missed anything, I'm sorry. You guys can leave a comment if you have any more questions. You can contact me in game, you can contact me online, and we'll get you sorted out. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. And I'll grab that Athena. 5,000 heroic insignias. Only 7 million more to go. Thanks.